Indeed. Yes. Look at all these people hawking their wares. It's almost like a little city.
You have some kind of problem? Oh? What was this about? I worried this. I have no choice.
As you say. Very well.
I'm taking my caravan to Haya, where it's peaceful.
Can I interest you in something? I've got the finest selection of previously owned armour and weaponry this side of Val Royeaux. Why pay through the nose for new equipment when you can buy it like new for much, much less? Oh, here and there. Look, that's really not important. The important thing is, it's cheap. Ooh.
Very nice. Very nice indeed.
Why, thank you so much.
You hear about those hunters from Orzammar? We just strung them up like foxes.
He did. This about the guild? I swear, I didn't tell them anything. I just...
Of course.
I have a question.
What can I do for you? This or such diction. This man... I am honored to be fired by what...
Oh, you wish to talk to me? Truly, it's a courtesy for one so well-armed to notice a lowly merchant. Someone has to. Trade with other races can dry up. We surfacers are Orzammar's lifeline. Even if we're denied a caste, the Assembly says we've turned our back on the stone, but they still use the goods we bring. Hypocrites.
That's not right.
Maybe it'll change by the time my children are grown. Twice a year, I'm confined to a trade stall in the Commons, but I see enough. It's very... My grandfather says I've lost my stone sense. I was born topside. I don't remember having it. Best of luck. Again, your interest flatters me, fine lady. Best...
So, what did your uncle say? Is he doing what you said?
Shh! Not so loud.
So who's listening? I don't see any soldiers around, do you? I'm tired of whispering.
Look, I'll tell you about it later. Not while you're yelling about, that's for sure.
Darkspawn, beware! Of course.
Our Lehman sends his regards, Warden.
I've watched a lot of humans in my time. It should be aware that I've decided that it is not much like any of them. Oh, it's not just that. Well, I'm sure that... Surely it must come from some superior lineage, yes? Some breed of flesh creature that has decided to elevate its genetic stock above its natural shortcomings? Nonsense. It can imagine my surprise discovering such a thing was possible from a creature so... soft. I would appreciate if it didn't spread around that I said anything. Humans might start to get the wrong idea. They might start thinking their race is not completely hope. Indeed, can it imagine the horror? Oh. Now, let us crush something into a fine paste.
As there is but one world, one life, one day.
Yes.
There is but one God, and he is our maker.
The client is very pleased.
You're back. You need something? Oh.
What can I get you, stranger? What can I get you, stranger?
The captain said...
Find... Welcome back. Dwarven crafts. Find dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar.
What can I do for you, Warden? Certainly.
As you said. It will be done. Very well. As you say, it will be done.
You really killed them. I'm sure you need supplies after that, don't you?
Said that the Darkspawn turn folks into ghouls.
What's the ghoul?
Something like an abomination, maybe.
Oh, well, that...
Right ahead. Of course. Yes.
You! You were the Grey Warden who broke the curse! I demand to know what happened to the werewolves. Where did they go? That makes no difference. Those monsters killed my husband. They killed so many of my people. They have Dalish blood on their hands. If they are human once more, that shall make it all the easier to take vengeance for their crimes. Tell me where they are! It destroyed him. Yes, perhaps you speak wisely. If they are gone and never return here, then perhaps it is better to let it simply end there. We will go back to the camp, then. Thank you for your words.
You are not welcome here. Doing the Templars' dirty work for them, eh? Templars or mages, it means nothing to us.
It will be done.
Anathara, I should get back to work before Master...
We are working hard to make enough equipment for all of the hunters.
Do you miss the life you once had, Shell? These centuries of memories you have lost?
But one world, one life, one...
The client is very pleased.
Oh! men are the work of our Maker's hands, from the lowest slave to the highest.
Loghain will not...
Vieta, this land is held in trust for the sovereign dwarven kings. I cannot allow entry at this time.
King Loghain demands the allegiance of the Desher, or lords, or whatever you call them in your assembly. I am his appointed messenger.
I don't care if you're the king's wiper. Orzammar will have none but its own until our throne is settled.
None more important than mine.
Your business will wait. Orzammar must limit outside influence until the throne is settled. No one gets in.
Who doesn't? If I don't get in, no one should.
Orzammar has no king. Endrin Idukan returned to the stone not 3 weeks ago, sick over the loss of his sons. The assembly has gone through a dozen votes without agreeing on a successor. If it is not settled soon, we risk a civil war.
The Wardens killed King Cailan and nearly doomed Ferelden. They're sworn enemies of King Loghain.
Well, that is the Royal Seal. That means only the Assembly is authorized to address it. Grey Warden, you may pass.
You're letting in a traitor? And a foreigner? In the name of King Loghain, I demand that you execute this stain on the honor of Ferelden. What? Lies and slander! King Loghain will not suffer this. I will not suffer it. I'm his messenger.
Kill each other as you will, but take your sodding fight off my doorstep.
More foes approach. While you can. Of course.
You've done me a service. That fool Imrek was barking for a week. Are all humans so touched? You are free to enter Orzammar, Grey Warden. Though I don't know what help you will find.
Trust Vala, Warden. Your arrival is a mixed blessing. We prefer that outsiders not witness our infighting, but your presence will be tolerated.
Show some pity for a poor old... Spare a few bits for an old man.
Now that's
It will be done.
beauty, daughter. If you work hard like Branka, all Orzammar will know your name.
Very well.
I haven't eaten in days.
The Elder Mage watches me. I'm reminded of a certain former master whose head I crushed, or so I'm told.
Oh, I'm sorry, Shane. I am simply curious about you, that's all.
As my former master would say during his experiments.
Oh, I would do no such thing. I just find the idea of you so fascinating. On the one hand, it seems it would be so sad and so lonely in existence. And on the other, you are so very powerful. No golem I know of has ever had free will as you do. May I ask what you intend to do with it?
Other than exterminating the vermin of the sky?
Yes. Other than that?
I do not know. Crushing heads is fun, for now.
Well, that's something.
It will be done.
It is the Assembly who makes a king, and a king who nominates his successor. None of it is carried in the blood.
Or, as now, when someone tries using the Assembly to pull a coup. Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side?
I'll have you thrown in prison.
You've bitten off more than you can chew!
Handlers, separate these dashers in the Diamond Quarter. I will not have Balin incite a riot.
Not speak that way about the man who should be king!
Of course. As you say.
Vieta, Surfacer. I'm bid to let you walk the commons, but keep your place. Warden or not, I want order. Surface problems. Well, we have no king to hear you. You can join the shouting at the Assembly in the Diamond Quarter. Bunch of Desher lords bickering over sand. Balin, Harrowmont. Is one so different? No paragons here. Surfacers appoint no paragons? Truly, you're lost in all that sky. They are the best of us. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Shaperate, the true bright spot in the Diamond Quarter. See, that's why I don't want you surfacers seeing our worst. You'll think that's all we are. The market is thin, but busy, and the tavern never closes. Bad blood is usually kept to the proving. Should toss Balin and Harrowmont in there, sort this all out in a hurry. Personal battles for honor and ancestor. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Shaperate. The true... They've caged themselves for fear of each other. As you've seen, keeping order down among us working people is dodgy. Balin speaks through his second, Vartag Gavorn, in the Assembly. Lord Harrowmont speaks through Dulin Ferender from his estate. Yes, you should.
For a tiny people, they certainly build high ceilings.
When? Is this yours?
Oh, my bag of components. Thank you, dear. I was wondering where it got to.
You left it by the fire at camp.
Oh, yes. I remember now. How age creeps up on you and brings with it forgetfulness.
You're a great mage, Wen, and you're sharper and wiser than many people. Young ones do.
Oh, but you should have seen me 15, 20 years.
Did you see that? I cannot believe what this city has come to. This would never have happened when Endrin was alive. Aye. What a terrible burden for a father to have only Balin. In the end, Endrin himself recognized that Balin cared for. It was Endrin who ordered his son away from his deathbed and embraced Lord Harrowmont as his heir. Lord Harrowmont should be our king. He was King Endrin's close. Endrin himself, ancestors welcome him, asked the Assembly to endorse Harrowmont. The city is torn apart. King Endrin is dead and the Assembly can't decide who takes the throne. Lord Harrowmont or the... Everybody knows he killed his brother Trian and let his father's favorite son take the... And many question whether Endrin died abed, as we were told, or whether Balin helped him along. He is a good man and a skilled general. King Endrin trusted him with his life, and I will do no less. I am Narav Helmi, third daughter of the... And you, stranger? What brings you to Orzammar at such a time? A Grey Warden? That explains why they allowed you past the gates. What kind of aid do you mean? A blight? Now? But our warriors are killing each other. I'm sorry, stranger. If you seek Lord Harrowmont's support, I suggest you talk with his trusted advisor.
I hear there's a new light coming.
I knew I should have stuck to common nugs. I've gone and lost them too.
Common nugs? I don't...
No way I'm going back to that supplier in Dust Town. Guess I'm shutting it down. Gotta boil them before roasting, but otherwise no, safe as sand. Some people swear they make good pets. May as well leash a turn. Good on you, stranger.
Excuse me, do you have a moment?
Greetings and welcome. Wow, there are a lot of you. And I've never seen one of those before. The things they come up with. What was I saying? Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't notice. Most people... I had a little incident a few years back. Too much time with the raw lyrium ore. I cut myself and the dust got straight in the blood. Since then, it's been except when forging. Then I'm straight as an arrow. Best work you've ever seen. Look around the shop. Of course we are. Weak surfacers like you touch the raw ore, and you'll bleed from your eyeballs in hours. Even surface dwarves lose it. Us down here, though, only not too much, and not every day, and not breathing the dust, and not direct in the blood. Ancestors' own bad luck. Not crazy, just a little forgetful. Don't. I have the best blades here. Enchanted to hold fire, ice? Right. Best in the trade.
You look like you're not from around here. I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surf. I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle? Oh, my lady, I've never met an actual mage. Is it true you can manipulate nature's forces with your mind? Like you were born with lyrium?
Don't let the glamour fool you, child. Wielding magic is a dangerous occupation and a great responsibility.
Of course not. Haven't you read First Enchanter Cathalin's treatise concerning dwarfs and the non-heritability of magic? He tested dwarfs from 20 bloodlines and found they couldn't perform any level of spell casting, regardless of lyrium exposure or time on the surface. The Circle speculates that lyrium in the stone shields us from spiritual influences, and over time made us immune to them. I want to go to the Circle to study. I don't want to do magic. No dwarf can cast spells, but I don't see why I shouldn't study it. It would be a valuable exchange. Orzammar would learn of one of the great natural forces of the surface. And the Circle gains direct access to our knowledge of lyrium smithing. That would be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smithcast. Tell them I've already begun reading the Teventer Imperium's Ferticum Kadab, and it's just fascinating. Did you know the Imperial Magister Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to produce a mage child?
She's so enthusiastic and adorable. I'm glad we're helping her.
Oh, I'll go pack my bags right now. I'll be waiting by my father's shop.
Does that lead out to the deep roads? I hear they're crawling with darkspawn.
What's this? I'm sorry, but I cannot allow you back. And I've heard nothing of any new patrols scheduled to leave today.
Don't let the comm fool you. The Darkspawn are down there.
Either we finally have the edge, which I doubt, or the beasts are building up numbers for the next attack.
The surface? But I thought the vermin never went up that far except
during blights. Ancestors save us if that's what's happening. Of course not. Down here, you're bound to run into giant spiders, deep stalkers, and other vermin. Ugly beasts they are. Walk on two legs, but they have the head of a worm and hunt in packs. Watch out. They're not afraid to take on a group. A few outposts. Legion of the Dead, mostly. Fools that they are. Some scavenger types, too. It's an independent company of soldiers. They accept no command. Anyone who can bear arms can join, no matter his crimes, or sanity. They hold a funeral when they join, and swear their only goal is a glorious death. Into the deep roads? Not without a full unit of soldiers. Orzammar can't afford to lose its citizens or honored guests on casual visits to the deeps.
Go on, I'm out of the nug game. Got nothing to sell. Saraka, I'm back in the game, such as it is. I don't have much besides gratitude, but find a bunch more of these and I'll toss you what...
Good day to you.
Ancestors, guard my son, for he is born. For you know what it is to mourn. I'm sorry. Did you have an offering? Although, I can't imagine your ancestors reside in the stone. My name is Vilda, widow of Turak of the Smith caste. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return, or for the ancestors to accept his soul. It was 5 years ago. He was only a youngster. He joined a Deep Roads excursion, the only Smith to go with, but he got separated somehow. When they came home, he wasn't with them. The captains don't want to lose anyone searching for stray men. Too many were taken by dark spawn that way. How? There is no way except to brave the Deep Roads yourself. A warden. So you could do it. Only wardens face the Deep Roads without a company backing them. Oh, thank you. The ancestors finally heed my prayers.
Take heart, good widow Vilda. We'll do our best.
Please, find me as soon as you return.
Is that drunken singing I hear?
Topsiders? Good. Get some outside gold in here. Calm people down. The more cracks in the old way, the better. That's what Balin stands for. Not your business, but I see where the gold is. He's the traditional pick, yet he wants a new way, whether some like it or not. Just as many say Harrowmont. Neither are paragons, and the scales being equal, I go with... Can't find ore without splitting some stone. The Assembly has done us a favor. They've shown just how loose... Orzammar will decide what we can or can't be. Blight may be imminent on the surface, but our worry is... There will be topsiders left for trade. There's no end to you. I'll take...
As you say.
Maker's blessing on you, sister.
I'm Brother Burkle of the Red Cliff Chantry, returned to my ancestors' land I'm petitioning to open a chantry in Orzammar. It's obvious the world wasn't created by the mortal souls who dwelt. Yet the dwarves of Orzammar persist in worshipping their own forefathers. You speak as if these people have deliberately chosen to reject the Maker, but how can they choose the path of enlightenment if they never learn that the path exists? The Shaper controls changes in Orzammar's structure. I need the Shaper of Memories' permission to open a prayer meeting. The Shaper of Memories controls the Shaperate, Orzammar's record system. Like the Chantry's historians, but they track the births and lineage of every dwarf born in the city, every property sale, death in battle, marriage, or divorce. The Shaperette is in the prime tier of the city. Does this mean you will help me then? I can see the Maker's hand on your shoulder.
If this chantry could help just one person as much as it helped...
Please, let me know as soon as...
Welcome to Jannar Family Armorers. I must say, you look like our type of people. Looking for a new set of mail? At Jannar's, we have everything from leather to platinum. Lord Harriman's a fair man, but the Idukans have served us well. If it is the end, for 100, but, I'm guessing by your face, you're not a smith yourself. Has she been bothering you? It's a whiff of surface stink, and she's like a cave tick. Won't let go. Do you even know what that means? If Dagna goes to the surface, she forfeits her caste. She'll know. Dwarves don't do magic. Dagna, no. Please. Please, don't encourage Dagna further. Tell her you were wrong, and of course.
You're the best wrangler I've ever seen. But there's more out there. You're the best wrangler. You're the best. A trust Vala, my nug wrangler.
I once drank a thimble of dwarven ale, woke up a week later in Jada, very...
Afternoon, stranger. You looking for a stool to share a brew? Name's Naveen. I fight with Prince Balin's expeditionary field unit. Yourself? Figured as much. Good folks, Wardens. I was in the deep roads when that one came by. What was his name? Dukan, Dunka... something like that. I met him, sure. Good man. Solid. He knows what we... Not many do. Not even the ones who live this close. I go where I'm sent, fight when I'm there, and leave politics where it belongs. Darkspawn. Not much use in turning our weapons elsewhere while those vermin still live. Every Grey Warden ends up there. That's where they send you when you're ready to leave this world. Go die in the dark, putting away as many vermin as you can. Getting more crowded these days, though. Lots of people interested all of a sudden. We go back tomorrow, and we're not the only ones. Balin ordered us in at first bell. He's splitting us into 4 teams, just looking for signs of Branka, I guess. Seems to be who everyone's after. Branka was a paragon, some kind of great smith or whatnot. But she went batty and let her whole house into the deep roads more than 2 years. No chance she could have survived. And a lot of good men are gonna die. Excuse me. This brew.
Atrust Vala, stranger. You must be the Grey Warden we heard. I'm Cora, your hostess. How may I serve you? So you come to Tapsters? I guess you're not asking for anything official, or you'd be at the Shaperate. But I can certainly give you a mole's eye view. The nobles stay upstairs, except when they're asleep. Down from here is just Dust Town or the mine. It's not part of the city. But if you want fun, your best bet is the Proving. It's a chance for all the best fighters in Orzammar to test their skills. They're
They're everywhere! What? Get away! You'll change like the rest! Monsters hidden in all my... They follow you. Once you are in the story. See? I found copies. All from the... Take them! I won't disappear chasing a lie! I won't!
Told him I don't understand why the Proving is open to perfect with the I mean, it's how the ancestors show their favor. Lord Dennick Helmi, honored Desher of the Orzammar Assembly, and terrible disappointment to my esteemed mother. You understand what I'm saying, right? On the surface, there are no castes, and it works fine. Am I right, Warden? You don't get far as the youngest and most outspoken member of the Assembly without keeping an ear to the stone. I heard there was a Grey Warden in town. No offense, but you kind of stand out. Very good. I guess someone already told you I was good for nothing, drinking my life. Or did they leave off at greatest shame to ever fall upon the Assembly? You know, most smiths and tavern keeps would make decent deshers if Orzammar is so mired in tradition no one bothers asking if the casts are even necessary. Badly. Oh, you're serious? Well, it's simple, I guess. The king, then the warriors, and all the crap. Your caste is determined by that of your same-sex parent. And that's where you stay your whole life, whatever your skill. Me and 79 other fine, upstanding examples of how someone who's born into every privilege, inevitably, they're not fond of my views on equality. I doubt either candidate has been outside the Diamond Quarter in his life. But Lord Harrowmont, Prince Balin's brilliant, I'll give him that, and subtle as sin. But I don't think anything in Orzammar matters more to him than winning. As you wish.
I'm coming! Hold on!
dear. The differences between this side of town and the others is striking.
Enemy.
We'll get plenty of it.
Who are you? You don't look like any guardsman I ever saw, and that's not much of a uniform. Oh, you looking for a chance to... Could be I have that opportunity. Especially for someone with a few connections above ground. Human kings, you know. They make these like about who gets to buy and sell lyrium, the sacred gift. The laws are meant to keep mages away from the stuff, so there's always buyers in the Circle Tower. I got... You want an investment opportunity? I could see fit to, say, sell you. You can keep it, or, since you can travel free, and if you bring back his return order, I could pay you, say, 20 sovereigns as a finder's fee. More so for someone like you. Most dwarves born down here have a natural immunity. Other races... The real issue is that lyrium's valuable. It's only found down here, and human mages can't work without it. I don't think so. Boys!
This has gone well.
It will be done.
What are you looking for? We got nothing to buy for the likes of you. Or maybe you wanted to sell. Well, our business is kind of covert, if you know it. It's illegal in Orzammar for me to engage in protected trade, but they look the other way if I share things with my friends. For money. Why don't you take...
Your clothes are so fancy. Did you get them topside? My mam used to say they don't got no stone to protect them topside. If I go up there, I'm gonna fall into the sky. Yes. When my dad left, he never came back. Who's to say he didn't fall up, eh? Don't fall into the sky when you...
Well, look at that. A
It's not often old Nadezhda sees a fine-dressed stranger here in Dust Town. Help a poor cripple. You're as kind as you are beautiful. I owe you when I... It takes a stranger to notice how bad things are, huh? No... What takes you out of the Diamond Quarter, stranger? You got a vice you're looking for old Nadezhda to fill? I'd say it was an accident, try to get some sympathy coin, but you look like... I was running protection for the Carta when some guardsmen caught me. Duster I was with had coin for a bribe, but I took a step. Guardsmen broke my sodding kneecaps and had me kneel in dung until the infection set in. Never healed proper. Well, now I know you're not from here. The Carta's who runs Dust Town. Jarv, they tell you, and you jump, because they're the only ones with the coin and the steel to get whatever they want. It's pretty much as you see it. The raw stone where the casteless live, because we're not welcome. You're born to wear a branded face in Orzammar, and you'll live your life in Dust Town. Means you don't exist. It tells everyone who sees you not to work with you, not to serve you, and not... The Deep Lords burn it into us the day we're born, so no one accidentally oversteps her place. Take yourself up to Tapster's. Long as your face isn't branded, I'll just...
Spare a bit for the needy? Please, it's not for me, it's for my child. Have you a coin to spare, It's for my son. He's sick. He hasn't any clean clothes to wear or anything to eat today. Neither have I.
A question I ask every day. He was eager enough for a daughter who would bring him into the mining caste. But since the boy was born, I've not seen nose or heel of the lout. And me alone on the street, forbidden to return to my But no! I can't bear to even think of it! My name is Erlinda. I wasn't always like this. I was born to a mining caste family. Now it's all gone. And it's my own fault. Ancestors cursed me, but there's nothing I can do to set it right. I fell in love. He seemed so exotic, you know? Tough and smooth. He was casteless. And I think... No. I know he was just trying to father a higher caste child so he could petition... But our child was a son, casteless like his father. Unless I agree to abandon the child in the deep roads and pretend I never bore him. In Orzammar, lineage is traced through the child's same-sex parent. But as a boy, my son is considered tainted forever by his father's seed. I cannot... The Shapers teach that only children of true... He cries like any other infant, and smiles when he's warm and full. I can't kill him because of an accident of birth. An accident You would do that? But why? Then I cannot offer enough gratitude. But I warn you, my father... I do not think he...
It will be done. Yes.
What are you looking at, stranger? I could be. What business is it of yours? I have no daughter. Could be you met a castless whore claiming she was once mine. Oh, I'm the monster, not the castless wretch that filled my daughter. I've got a family and a reputation to protect. I'm not letting one stupid girl drag us all down. What? You think she'd die just to keep that thing? She knows what she has to do. I never wanted her gone. Just the little cur. Can't she see she'd have a better life if she got rid of it? Look, just tell her... We never meant to hurt her. It just seemed... Oh, just tell her to come home. Her mother and I await.
You're back. I thought you weren't coming. What did he say? Both of us? I don't believe he said that. I've never heard him refer to my son as any... But maybe. Maybe Mother convinced him. If this were a story, my son would grow to manhood and pledge himself as a knight in your service. When he grows...
I trust Vala, my nut-wrangling